The concerns about an India-Pakistan nuclear war are highly exaggerated. What are preemptive strikes? Is it ethical to conduct preemptive strikes? Do you think India is already questioning its no first use policy? Do you think an India-Pakistan nuclear war highly exaggerated? GS Paper 2, Effect of Policies and Politics of Developed and Developing Countries on India's Interests, Indian Diaspora. What is the context about? In the latest edition of the Carnegie Nuclear Policy Conference in Washington, the India-Pakistan nuclear flashpoint thesis was tweaked. It is claimed that India has abandoned its no first use (NFU) commitment and adopted a strategy, in case of an imminent launch, of a preemptive comprehensive strike against Pakistan. In a major development, the Pakistan military recently confirmed that it had successfully tested a sea-launched nuclear-capable cruise missile, SLCM, the Bobber 3. Now it is important for India to look after Pakistan's capabilities, doctrines and timing. What are preemptive strikes? A preemptive strike is military action taken by a country in response to a threat from another country. The purpose of it is to stop the threatening country from carrying out its threat. A preemptive strike can conflict with the doctrine of the just war in two ways. It is carried out before the other side attacks with military force, and so appears to make the side carrying out the strike the aggressor. It is usually carried out before a formal declaration of war. Is it ethical to conduct preemptive strikes? A preemptive strike is an obvious intention to do injury. Though it provides a moral justification for attack, it is unethical to conduct strikes. Do you think India is already questioning its no first use policy? It can be pointed out that India had been questioned its nuclear doctrine at least 3 times already. First, India's official nuclear doctrine, published in 2003, officially eroded the sanctity of NFU by invoking nuclear use against chemical or biological weapons. Second, in November, former Defence Minister Manihar Pakhar stated, India should not declare whether it has an NFU policy. Third, General Nigel, in his writings, questioned the morality of NFU, asking whether it was possible for India's leadership to accept huge casualties by restraining its hand, well knowing that Pakistan was about to use nuclear weapons. Do you think an India-Pakistan nuclear war highly exaggerated? Nuclear missiles in hermetically sealed canisters are ready to fire weapons and signal an instantaneous retaliatory punch to strongly deter nuclear adventurism. Thus, all nuclear weapon states keep a part of their strategic forces in ready state, and it is very similar in case of India and Pakistan. Having the wherewithal for preemptive action and launch on warning then is only a reasonable precaution. It doesn't mean that the countries launch nuclear war. Whatever their capabilities to fight nuclear wars, the chances of either India or Pakistan initiating a nuclear exchange for any reason are remote, for the very good reason that Western governments and analysts rarely acknowledge. Most of them are unaware or willfully ignore the social context of India-Pakistan tensions.